past few episodes, we've been talking a lot about fall, those fall months, the cooler weather, warming things up and kind of cozying up the home. Well, summer is coming to a close, and in those summer months, we're so busy. We're in and out of the house so often. We're either off on vacation or we're off to the pool or the lake, a quick run home for a bite to eat, and then we're off again. So the house tends to get a little disheveled in the summer months because of those quick comings and goings. But this time of year, we do a little more nesting where we spend more time in our homes. The days are becoming shorter, the evenings and mornings are becoming cooler, and we're spending quite a bit of time in our homes. This is also the time of year where we have in our minds Thanksgiving and Christmas are coming up. Yes, they're a couple months away, and I'm not saying we need to decorate for those things, but I am saying that this is a great time to start prepping your house for more company. Where we could have company over for a cookout out in the yard before, we're now having more dinner parties indoors. We're also prepping for the Thanksgiving holiday, the Christmas holiday, where family members might be coming to stay with us, or we have company coming over for different holiday parties. So we want things to be tidy, and we want things to feel warm and inviting, but still be a reflection of who you are in the home. I'm not saying that everything has to be pristine and perfectly in its place all the time. That's not real life. But what I am saying is that if we declutter and keep things in a little bit more of an orderly fashion, when those pop-in neighbors come to say hello, or when we have a last-minute dinner party, we're not spending hours and hours and stressing out because our houses are completely in disarray. That's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about how to make your home feel a little less cluttered and a little more homey and inviting for you and for your guests. So imagine this is your living room, and over the summer months you've been running in and out. Your kids or grandkids have had friends over. You asked them to clean up. They're just tossing any pillow they find up off the floor, or they leave their blankets there, or even maybe it's you that are just tossing things up just to hurry up and get out. Well, things like that happen. They fall off onto the floor and they end up right back to where they started from. So let's tidy up a bit and also regroup so things look a little more put together and inviting to sit. Right now we have so many pillows going on that I'm sitting right in the middle on the edge. There's not really room to sit anywhere else. So your guests aren't necessarily going to walk into this space and say, hey, that looks like a comfy spot to sit. They're going to look and not quite know where to sit. They're going to kind of uncomfortably sit on the edge and might be uncomfortable or ask permission to remove the pillows before seating. So let's straighten this up and make it a little more inviting. So first of all, let's pick a pillow, one style maybe, and especially on a sofa this size. So I found a mate to one of them. We're going to remove the others, find a new home for them. Better, right? That looks a little more welcoming to come and sit. Now it is cooler, so let's maybe find a nice throw to toss in there just in case you want to warm up on those cool evenings. There we go. Much better, right? That says, hey, come sit on me. Would you agree? Now let's talk about this cluster that's going on the cocktail table. Obviously somebody was reading the newspaper and making notes and doing those kinds of things. They've left their glass that you've told them 1,000 times to put on the counter or in the dishwasher. So we're gonna remove the dirty dishes, get those in the kitchen where they belong. And we've talked in previous episodes about a cocktail table or a countertop with a lot of stuff going on. And we talked about those things, those little items having a home to go to make things look a little less cluttered and a little bit less of a cluster. So I kind of like the bowl going on with this tray, but let's regroup this a little better by maybe putting the tray in the center. I don't know if I want to keep the bowl because it's kind of taking up a lot of space. Here's the thing, tray or bowl, but not both. because of the size of this table. I'm just gonna kind of work with the tray because of the things I've got going on. I can stack the newspapers and hide them under the tray. So they're still there for reading, but they have a place to be. Let's maybe stack our books on the tray and regroup things a little bit better, like so. Our little notepad and pen, not really appealing and attractive, so we're gonna slide those under the tray as well. So everything's put away, still in a usable space and place, but it looks a little more inviting and organized. So same part of this living room space, we've got a couple of accent chairs, and you really love these pillows, and that's fantastic. I love pillows too, but where's your bum gonna go? There's no place for you to sit here, and your guests, again, they're not gonna feel comfortable saying, can I take this off of the chair and put it on the floor? They're just not. They're gonna sit their little tush right on that little corner and be uncomfortable. That's not welcoming and inviting for your guests or yourself. So pillows are great, but these are just too big and it's too much for these chairs. So in this case, I'm just gonna take the pillows away. You can leave a smaller one if you'd like, or even a lumbar pillow, but we're gonna go ahead and take them away to declutter the chairs. Now we can sit in them. But something's still off and not quite right, and that is, one, the chairs are not in a good grouping for this to be a conversation area. It's a little far away from the sofa itself, so you're kind of having to shout across the room, and it's not placed properly with the side table. So we're gonna move things in and up just a little bit. Maybe things got shifted and slid back a little bit because, you know, you were building forts on a rainy summer day or something. So we're just gonna regroup, move things forward as they should be. So I'm looking at, I want enough room to clear walking between the cocktail table, but I don't want my front edge of my chair to be set back behind the table. I want it a little bit ahead. I've also curved this, put these chairs on a little bit of an angle, so all conversation is happening in this group. So I do want to warm this up a bit because it's a little plain and boring, and we're going to use a complementary throw to the other throw and the other sofa on this chair as well, just to warm it up. And you never know, somebody sitting on that chair might get a little chilly too. So they've got that. Now this doesn't look quite right either. There's nothing that says this is warm and cozy to me. And part of it is because we have all this glass and metallic going on. So we're just gonna do a little shift, and that's, I'm gonna move this guy down low. And even though this base is metallic, I'm gonna move the arrangement up high because it's got all of those nice warm colors, and the height that kind of is a little more welcoming. I can still use this, but I'm gonna move him down low, and maybe might add a little pop of color up here still with a dish. See, he still looks cute down there. And okay, your guests have a glass they're drinking, but let's use a coaster, please. We're gonna grab one of those nice wooden coasters for your glass to have a home. But again, when we're done, the glass is gonna go in the kitchen where it belongs to get washed for the next guest. So the idea is when you're finished with something, put it away. If you take care of it right away, it's less of a hassle to try to tidy up before guests arrive. So one of the other ways that we bring things in and bring it to a homey feel is gathering around a good dining table. Now, summertime when we have our gatherings, we tend to be outside around the fire pit or outside around the grill. We're eating off of paper plates or plastic plates, and we keep it pretty casual. But in the fall, when we bring our dining in, whether it be for just a neighbor dinner party or for a holiday, class it up just a little bit. Not saying that it has to be over the top, but maybe serve on some nice dishware. Maybe have your guests drink out of nice goblets instead of a solo cup. So something I do for every season is I dress my dining table, even though all summer long we won't have a meal in there ever because we'll be outside as well. But I always style the dining table. Now, when the dining table is styled to style it, it's much different than when you're styling it to entertain. Let's talk about a few tips to make your guests feel very welcome and at home around the dinner table. So you have this awesome dining table and this beautiful candelabra thing going on with all the fall botanicals. Lovely for styling the table, but imagine trying to talk across it during a dinner party. I feel like I'm in jail. Candelabra jail. This is much better for entertaining. Yes, the other was beautiful. It's great if you're not actually sitting at the table. But now I still have some pretty decor going on, but it's not taking up all the dining table where I can't put any platters or dishes for my guests to grab their food from or to pass around. And I can actually have a conversation with you across from all of this. So we took away all of this, that tall candelabra where we were looking through jail across the table to you. And now we've replaced all of that with this nice tray and a few fall decor items, so the table still looks homey, but it's a little more useful now. So let's talk about dressing the table so it feels homey, but it's also useful. We've added a nice table runner as well, just to warm up the center of the table a little more. This is useful as well as protective to your table because you can place your platters and things on that runner and it's protecting the table surface itself, decorating it without taking up useful space. For each of the place settings, we've added a nice fall charger to warm things up and to dress it up, elevate the look just a little bit from the everyday with the table directly on, or the plate directly on the table. Whatever dishes you might be using for your dinner party, those would be out. So let's say we're doing maybe a soup and salad and then the main course with this meal. So we have the 3 place settings out. If you're just doing soup and a salad, maybe eliminate the dinner plate or you only put out the dishes that you're going to use. When I dress it just for styling, I have everything out. But when we're actually dining, only put the dishes you're using. Get a little creative with your napkins. You don't have to fold it and place it on the side of the dish. What about maybe using a nice little hurricane vase? This one has leaves embedded right into the glass. Nice for fall and also a more creative way to hold your napkin. For glassware, maybe kick it up a notch. Use some of your good glassware. This is a nice amber color that pulls in those fall feels, those fall vibes, and also feels nice and homey. Or if you've got some guests coming, use something that you love that's unique to you. Say you're a local to Lake Almond. You can use your Lake Almond glasses for the dinner party. If you're maybe hosting a new couple to the area, you could even let that be a parting gift. Wash it after they've used it for dinner and let them part with it. In this place setting, we only have the salad plate and the dinner plate, and we've elevated the look by placing that hurricane and napkin directly on the plate because that looks a little classier and more inviting than that. So adding just a little something. I wouldn't put a piece of, and make sure this is clean before you set it on a plate that somebody's about to eat from, but I probably wouldn't put like a faux fruit or anything like that on the plate because that's a little awkward. Great for decorating, but not when you're about to dine. I said before, maybe pull out some of those nicer glassware that you have in your cupboard. Something for a nice water, maybe a glass of wine or a glass of water and a beer, or even a mixed cocktail would be nice. So the idea is to gather around a table that conversation can flow smoothly. When it's dressed and styled, it's done in a way that's warm and inviting and saying, come, dine with me, relax, enjoy the meal, and not feel so fussy that your guests feel uncomfortable. So, welcome home.
Welcome home. We've been gone for 4 days.
We just got home. We travel a lot.
Yeah.
We come home a lot.
Yeah.
And we're guests a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
So
And multiple different homes across the country.
and
We've got great friends and family.
right, and we have guests
Yep.
a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the one thing that when you are a guest,
Yep.
you appreciate?
Feeling like I'm at home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Feeling like you're at home.
Yeah.
So that's something that we try to do. We try extra hard to make people feel at
Do you know
home.
who else does that and spends billions of dollars a year doing it? Hotels.
Yes.
You ever check into a hotel, you feel great. You know, there's clean bed, fluffy pillows.
Their job is to make you
Feel at home.
At home.
Yeah, and you feel comfortable there. And yeah, there's not the little knickknacks and the, things that you set out at home and that sort of thing. And there's, oftentimes not a full kitchen, sometimes. But, you don't have all the stuff you have from home. But the part of it that you're there, the bedroom part, the bathroom part, the little living room part, they're trying to make you feel at home.
Yeah. So this is our guest bedroom.
Yep.
And it's nothing special, but everybody that stays here feels special
So they feel like they're at home.
because of what we do to make them feel at home.
Yeah.
So we make sure that the room is always tidy for them.
There's a bathroom right attached here that's just theirs. Nobody else uses that while they're here. It's
Right,
so that they feel comfortable with that.
right. Unless they come and visit us right now because we're using
We're
our
using it
bathroom
because our
right
master
now.
bath is still for a see previous video.
But this is the room that I usually keep the ironing board in. But when guests are coming, I make sure that that's put away.
Yep.
That's not something that's in their way. I have mentioned before, I make sure there's some drawers in the dresser that are free
Available. Yep.
now. And there's a few little touches.
There's always clean towels, face cloth. There's soap from the boutique. There's what are these? Lavender sachets, because everything smells better with a lavender sachet.
Yes.
We've got a basket on top of the tall dresser, and it's got everything you can think of: razors, toothbrushes, toothpaste, hand cream.
Just in case you forget.
Just in case you forget stuff. It's like at a hotel. And just in case you forgot, we've got it here for you. And we even have little, we went and stayed at one hotel in Atlanta. And we went down to the gym every morning. And every morning when you went down to the gym, they'd give you a pair of headphones for the treadmill. And well, we had our own. So we just took them every day. We were there 4 days, 2 of us. So we ended up with 8 sets of headphones. So a couple of those are stuck in there. So if you come in and you forget headphones, for your iPad or your iPod or your iPhone or whatever people use these days.
And
we've got
we've had
headphones.
guests that have needed them.
Yeah, we've got chargers for your phone because everybody forgets the cable or the block or something.
Yes.
We've got an alarm clock. Just little things like that just make it feel cozy and you don't feel awkward having to ask, do you guys have a towel? Just leave a towel in the room. Leave some shampoo in the room. Leave all that stuff there. They don't have to ask.
We keep shampoo and stuff in the shower as
Yep.
well. The bed is super comfortable. We didn't give our guests leftover pillows that
No.
that we've had for 20 years. We
Brand new mattress, brand new pillows, just so it's comfortable.
yes.
Yeah.
We want them to feel comfortable and cozy in here. I keep tissues in here. There's little books. I've got a little tray next to the bed that has for jewelry. If you want to take your rings off and
Yep.
toss them in the little thing when you're either showering or when you're sleeping,
Yeah.
that's there. And
Just stuff that we think people might want or need while they're here. If they don't need it, just stays there. It's no big deal. Some people bring all their own stuff.
so it's great to be a guest.
Yep.
In a place that you feel warm and cozy. But now that we're finally home, we just did a 14-hour drive.
Yeah.
So
And we walk in the door.
literally
I
just got home.
drop the bags on the floor and say, I'm exhausted. She says, oh, we have to shoot a little video clip. I'm like, great. That's fantastic.
That's our dedication to you.
That's right. Welcome home.
We drive 14 hours and we literally say, welcome home. So now that we are home,
Yep.
what is the favorite thing for you when you're home?
I just walk the dog. I love to walk the dog. And then when I've done that, I'm going to go and sit and relax a little bit. Probably put my track pants on, my t-shirt, something a little more comfortable to sit around in. And then I'm going to have probably just a little small drink and put my feet up and watch TV in my own house.
My favorite thing is sleeping in my own bed.
Yeah, that's good too.
We make this as comfortable as possible.
Yeah.
Other people make their beds as comfortable as
nothing
possible.
like
but there
sleeping
is
in your own bed,
nothing
though.
like sleeping in your own bed.
No.
Even though our bed isn't that great.
It's all right, but it's not
all
great.
right. But it's ours.
Yep.
And you just sleep better when you get home.
You do.
Mhm.
You do. So,
So, what's your favorite thing when you're home?
yeah.
Yeah.
Probably when the guests leave.
No.
And we'll leave you on that note.
On that note, we'll say goodnight.
Good night. Horn. Corner of the bed.
You what?
Looks like I got a horn. The corner of the bed looks like it's a little.
So,
I'm good.
okay.
Yeah, we're well.
We're
Take one.
Take two.
Take them all. I don't care.
Take a hike. No.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
Oh, hi, Jade.
hey, Jade. Hey, buddy. Jade wants to be in the picture.
Jade
Hey,
wants
bud.
to be in the
You want to be in it?
Okay. So,
Okay. You go lie down. We'll be up there in a second. I know. You haven't seen us all weekend. You're excited.
yeah.
Go. Out you go. Out you go. We'll be up. We'll be right up. Good girl. Cut.
Cut.
Stop thinking.